Hey everyone, my name is Pritam and you're watching Tech with Pri. Welcome to my channel and I'm back with another exciting technical video. And this is the 27th video of our newly created technical series called ServiceNow Developer. So in my last video, which was the building custom application part 4, so I have shown you how you can do the form design. Also, we have created a new table for storing the AI devices, right? And also we have designed the form, how it will looks like. So what are the fields there would be and how you can create different section in the form. If you missed that video, I would request you to go and watch it out. Now, if you are following this building custom application videos, right, from part 1, then you know you have already done it, right? In your PDI, I hope you're practicing it. But if you are not, then I would request you start from the part 1 so that you understand what we are doing, what use case we are trying to solve, right? Each and every details I have already shared in all those videos. So start from the part 1 so that you can get a clear idea and you can also work with the use case or the business requirements in your PDI. Okay, I'm going to post the link of all the parts in the description, and also you can get the link of the last part here on your screen, right? Now, these videos of building custom application would not only help you to clear your CAD examination, but also it would help you to work, being a ServiceNow developer, right, for a client. And we are using the studio application, which is very powerful. Also, we have done the integration with the GitLab, right? So all of these things again are there in the video. So if this is the first video you are watching from my channel, then I would request you start from the part 1 to clear all the concept. Okay, now in today's video, what we are going to do, so directly I will jump into my PDI and I'll show you what are the things we are going to do today. All right, so I'm in my personal developer instance. So you can see currently I'm in the TechWithPri application scope. So let me open Studio and open our TechWithPri app. Here we go. I will choose TechWithPri, and we have created this two form view, right? AI devices and device request. Again, I've shown you how you can create this form view inside of Studio and how powerful it is, right? And also quickly, I'll show you the form so that I can explain you what we are going to do today. Okay, now before I show you the form, if you remember, we were only created one record last day, right? Probably this safety drone that we created. And I have also added other three record, which is ES sensor, smartwatch, and the super cap, right? All for all different category that TechWithPri is manufacturing right now. And all the details I have filled up. So these are the, again, some demo data I have added. Okay. And now all the devices details has been stored inside of this AI devices table that we have created in the last video, right? And also if I click on the new section, so we have created this, fields in the form design. You can see here all the important stuff has been added. Okay. And if I open the device request table, so this is also we have created, and all this thing like sections, how to create different sections and stuff like that. Now, what we are going to do in today's video is we are going to configure few things, right? So now the requirement has come from the TechWithPri company that there are few fields that has to, behave in different way, so there would be some modification that we need to do, some configuration changes with the help of client script, UI policy, right? So there will be very interesting stuff we are going to do, and especially the last requirement would be the very interesting one. So again, make sure you watch the full video to understand each and everything, and also you can implement in your personal developer instance, right? So let's see what is the first requirement that we have. So we have three requirements part, like part 1, part 2, part 3, and total we have 5 requirements that we are going to work today. Okay. So what is the first requirement? So if the state is delivered, then only delivery date field should come up, and it would be a mandatory field. Okay, so that's the first requirement. So now I back to my PDI. So you can see there is a state field. So if the state field is delivered, then only this delivery date field will visible, and also it will become mandatory. All right. Now you can understand we can achieve this with the help of the UI policy or the client script. But like I mentioned, if the same thing can be achievable by both the thing like UI policy or client script, you should go for the UI policy. All right. Now, before I create the UI policy, if you have any confusion or any doubt regarding UI policy, how it works and all these things, I have created a different playlist for system administrator videos. So there you can get all the videos on UI policy. Okay. So now I'm gonna back to studio. Also, we could have created right click configure and UI policy. Okay, but that's the traditional way. We are not going to use it. We are going to use inside of the studio, right? So I'm going to click on create application file. From here, I will go to client development and UI policy. And I need to, zoom out. Yes. So there's a create button. So I'm going to create the UI policy. Now the table would be definitely device request. And as you know, in the UI policy, we do not have any name. So instead of that, we have to write in the short description, which is a mandatory field. So what I'm going to write, hide slash mandatory delivery date field, right? So that's the field we are going to do make mandatory. So when it will apply in the condition, we are going to put when the state. Okay. Now there are two state. First one is this coming from the task table as we inherited task table. And the second one is the one that we have created. That is delivery and the cancel one, right? Delivered and the cancel, two state we have done. So just for confirmation, I will come here and I'll just double click so you can see here we have this state name u underscore state, right? All right, state is delivered. Then, so first I need to submit to create the policy action. So this is the UI policy action. I'm going to click on new. So the field delivery date would become visible will become true and the mandatory will become true. Now visible will become true, that will normally hide the field when when the delivery date is not selected as delivered, right? Okay, done. So I'm going to click on submit. Okay, now if I go back here, if I just refresh it, so you can see there is no delivery date right now because the state is none. So if I select the state delivered, you can see delivery date has come up and it's also a mandatory field. Okay, now if I choose cancelled also, it won't come. All right, so the first requirement has done. Let's move to the next requirement. So if quantity is greater than 2, then business justification field should become mandatory. Okay, here, so you can see now this is a quantity field. So if the quantity is more than 2, so what TechWithPri wants, if some requester is looking for a device more than quantity of 2, okay, so 3, 4, anything, then they have to provide a business justification here, right? So it was just for your information, it was previously the field name was description, right? And I have changed it by going into the configure label. So this was the dictionary override. So just to quickly show you, so I changed the label as business justification, right? Now, if the quantity would become 3, then this field will become mandatory. Okay, so let's do that. Again, I'll go back to the studio, create application file, and again, I'll choose the client development, UI policy. Again, I need to zoom out. All right, new UI policy. So I'm going to choose the device request table. Short description would be mandatory business justification field. Okay. So if someone is ordering more than 2, they have to provide a justification that why they need, right? Okay, when to apply? So when the quantity field value is greater than, so where it is, I think it's not showing greater than because let me check what is that quantity field. It is the okay, it is the string, so it has to be a integer, right? Because we can only put number here. So quantity would be numbers. So I'm gonna click on configure dictionary. So these are the thing you have to uh, take care. So I'll put type as I think integer is there, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna update. Okay, now if I go to quantity, now if I refresh this one, wait, first let me just submit it. Okay, and I don't need to refresh, so I'll put the condition here, quantity. Now you would see is greater than, because now the field is the integer field. So if it is greater than 2, right, then I will quickly click on update. So you don't need to worry to go back to the previous page because this is the studio environment. So I'll create a UI policy action. So the field name business justification would become mandatory. True. Submit. Okay, that's it. Let me refresh and let's see if we are done with our first part of the requirement. So now quantity, if I put 2, business justification is still not mandatory field. Now if I put 3 and press tab, you can see now business justification become mandatory. So first part of the requirement is done. Now see what are the next part. So let's go to the requirements part 2. So in the part 2, first requirement that we have, once opening the device request table, it should not display the section device details and delivery details by default. That's the interesting one. And the second condition, once the device name field is filled up, then this section should become visible. Very interesting one. We are back here. Now you can see normally this device details and delivery details, the two section is showing perfectly, right? When we are loading the form. But now it should not be visible. That's the first condition. When it should become visible? When you will put the device name. So whenever you will choose device name that would come from the AI device table, whenever you will choose that, then this device will come up. Device details, delivery details. Okay. So let's do that. So now this time let's do it with the help of the client script. Okay. So I'm going studio and again create application file. This time I will go to the client development. So again I'll choose create. So we are doing first, let's do what would happen when we load, right? So when we load the form in the onload client script, no, sorry, not this table. This is the form device request table. So this section won't be visible. So I'm gonna create onload client script. So let me choose the table first. So device request table, okay. It should be all. Type should be onload. We will have this functions type and the name should be hide the section. Okay. So now let's not put any description or you can put it, right? So I'm gonna zoom in so that you can see it clearly. So here I'm going to do like, so whenever the form will load, so simply g underscore form dot set section display. So you can see set section display, and now here we have to write two things. First the name of the section and then it's a true or false, the boolean value. So name of the section would be, now this is very interesting, the name of the section, again let me close this table, I'm opening it again and again. So this is the section name, right? Device details and delivery details. Now how you can get a section name, you can determine by looking into it simply. So device details, the section name would be device underscore details, all in small. Now suppose the section name is something like this, for an example, description. So this is a, label of the section. Then the name would be device details. So it will take the first space which you have here as an underscore. Then the rest would be as it is. So it's like description. Okay, so we got our description, which is the device underscore details. So I'll come here, device underscore details, and here, comma, I'll put here true. So set section display, sorry, false. I don't want to see it, right? So I will just copy it and I will create another same thing. This time it would be, I think, delivery details. So delivery details, DELE, delivery details. And same it would be false, right? Whenever the form will load. So I'm going to click on submit. Okay. So let me make this screen a little bit zoom out. So I'll come here. Now if I refresh, so this section should not be here. You see, there is no section. Now the next requirement is whenever I will put the device name, then this section will come up. Okay. So for that, I'm going to create another client script. All right. This time I'm gonna name it show the section. Okay. So table would be again same device request. UI should be all, type should be on change, right? So whenever we are going to change the device name, right, from blank it would change to something, then this section will be visible. So it should be on change, and the field name would be device name. All right. So now first, if so the field name is device name. So new value is the value that we can get. Now to get the value of the device name, we can use this new value, right? Again, if you have any doubt or any confusion understanding client script, I have videos in my channel already. I'll give the link in the description so you can go and check it out. Okay. So if not equal to new value, equal to blank. So that means if the new value of device name is not blank, then I will just go to the hide the section policy and I just need to copy it and show the section. I'll just paste it as true. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna click on submit. Now we have to work again in this client script because of the next requirement that we have, and that's gonna be very interesting. So make sure you are watching the full video. So it's done. I'll just confirm it. I'll just come here and I'll refresh it. So normally it should not be. So if I choose a device name like ARG Smartware, now you see the device details section is coming. Also the delivery details section is coming. Isn't it cool? Now this requirement is done. Requirement part 2. Now the final requirement we will walk. Let's go. So requirements part 3. We have only one requirement here, and the requirement is once you select the device name, the information in the device details tab should be auto filled up based on the record in the AI devices table. Okay, so that means whenever I will put the device name, like it is ARG Smartware, in the delivery detail, in the device details, all the information of the model, price, device description, warranty expiration will automatically filled up. Whenever we'll change the device, it will also change, right? So that's why we have created this section. It will be very, very useful one for the device management team. So they don't need to go to the table to see all those details. They can directly see few information from here and other information from the delivery details, right? Now, so let's see, first let's work on the use case. So whenever the device name would come, all the details, all the fields details will come up from this AI device table. Okay, so also I need the AI device table to be open, and I will go back to the studio, and in the show the section client script, we need to, so we will add it here. So whenever the section would be visible, also I want the details should be visible, right? Now we are gonna need to show the data that is coming from other table. So you know that we can do it with the help of script include. Again, in this ServiceNow Developer series, I have different videos on script include, right? So you can go and check it out how it works. So we can use a script include, but we can also use get reference using a callback function. Again, I have explained you how get reference work, right? So let's try that here. Okay, I know get reference is very, ServiceNow not doesn't recommend to use it, but we are going to use get reference with the callback function. So for that, what I'm going to do is that first inside of the if section, so if the new value is not blank, so if someone has put a device name, then we are going to do g underscore form dot get reference. Okay, again, how get reference work with the callback function and without callback function, what are the disadvantages and advantages, each and every details I have covered in my get reference video, right? So again, I'm going to put the link in the description, so if you have any doubt, you can go and check it out. So here under get reference, I'm going to put the name of the reference field. So here the name of the reference field would be this device name, because this is the reference field from where we are going to get the details from the AI devices table. So it is the u underscore device underscore name. So get reference u underscore device underscore name. All right. And here I have to put a name of callback function. So maybe I'm gonna put get details. Okay. So that's it. That's the name of the callback function. So we have declared the get reference. Now we have to call the callback function. So I'm gonna write function, then name, get details. So same name of the callback function. Now here I'm gonna put the any variable I can put like details. Okay, this will help to get the value from the reference field, from the reference table, right? So how we're gonna do that? So let's first declare the function, and here g underscore form dot set value. Okay, now we are setting the value of this field. So first we have u underscore model. So I'll just put u underscore model, and here we are going to use details dot. Now I need this here. So from this table I'm going to need the model number field. So model underscore number dot model underscore number. Okay, that is done, first part. Next, I'll just copy it 4 times because we have 4 value to display. And for the final one, it should be the warranty expiration. Okay, so all these details are there under the AI devices table. Again, I'll just confirm what is the name of this here. Just warranty expiration. Okay, very good. Details dot warranty expiration. Let's see how it looks like. So I'll just format the code. It's not looking good. Now it is fine. Now there is a certain not error. So you can see that this is we have already declared a function on change. So inside of it, again, we are declaring another function. So you can just do one thing. You can just cut it out and just paste it outside of the function. So, and it will work, no issue, without any issue. So let me just remove this field. Okay, again, I'll just do format code. Okay, so I'm going to click on update, continue. Now let's go back here. Let me refresh it. Let's see if that works or not. So now everything is blank, no section. So I'm going to choose the device name, and you can see, okay, we are getting all the information. So description is not coming fully. Price, now this is something happen, differently. So for me, the currency is converting from my currency, how the currency has been set as a preference, okay, in the Indian rupees. Warranty expiration is coming fine. Why the model is not coming? Let's see. We have the model field is model number. That's the field. So what we did? Okay, we have used model, so it should be model, right? Silly mistake. So I'm gonna click on update, and we have to fix the description field also, right? So for that, so if I go to the form design of device request, so now here for device description, now this is the field, and I want to make it as not 200, maybe more than 200, like 1000 maybe. All right. Description could be very long. So I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna save it. Okay. Now I will come here again, reload the page of device request. Okay, I'm gonna choose the ES sensor. So you can see the description is coming. Now this is also very small. We have to again add it. Need to add more space. Okay, because you can see there's a this section is very less, and because the space is very less here, so maybe, and also the model is coming fine. So quickly I'll just click on here. You can see in Studio how easy it is to work, right? If you are in the platform environment, we have to right click and go to the configure dictionary and change the things, stuff like that. So I'm gonna change it to maybe 2000. I think 2000 should be enough. Okay, and I'm gonna close it, save it. Again, I'll come here and I'm gonna refresh it. So this time, final test, we are gonna choose power drone, and you can see now all the things are coming properly, right? So whenever the device management team will come up and put the record, put the device name, they would get the device details automatically come up here. So you can add multiple fields, all the fields from there also. based on your requirements you would perform that. So now I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. In the next video we are going to do something very very interesting, right? Now we will do some user management stuff. We will create groups, okay, and create all those groups like device management team for the dispatch management team, for any release management team, all those groups and people we were going to add it, right? And also we will assign proper role, and with that we would do some script include as well. Okay, so that's gonna be very interesting. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have any confusion, anything, please comment, and also share the video with your friends and families so that it can reach out to many people. See you in my next video. Bye bye, take care.